Right. Hi, everyone. I just had this urge to record a video message for you all. And the reason behind that is that I want to stand in the same spirit and honor your questions and your internal states that are obviously surfacing just before you guys start receiving cases as part of our clinical experience in school. And something came to me. And as I asked myself, what can I possibly tell a future homeopath based on what I've observed through my own clinical experience? Modest one, but nonetheless, it's still something that I'd like to share with you. And it goes like this. First, I want to address a common thread that I've read in our groups between yourselves as a concern, as a worry, and that is about the retaining. It's also to answer some of your questions that I've received through my email. The fear of not retaining that information, not knowing what the remedy is, or not remembering. And something very interesting came, and I want to share it with you because I've noticed that it happens to me as well. And I, like yourself, some of you had the same concern, fear that I might not always retain the information from Materia Medica, or even sometimes rubrics. And I just want to dispel that need of being perfect, towards perfectionism, or being able to reply on the spot like, what would you recommend in such a case? Oh, I know, XYZ remedy. Homeopathy is not, in my view anyway, homeopathy is not about knowing ad literam or memorizing Materia Medica and being able to just, regurgitate information on the spot. That's not what a good homeopath is all about, in my opinion. Again, the more Materia Medica we read, not with the intention to, oh gosh, I hope I remember that, oh gosh, oh, there's so much overlapping information with other remedies. And if you come from that place of panic while you read through the Materia Medica, I think you're doing yourself the greatest disfavor possibly. Instead of, how about you read the Materia Medica as if there's a certain energetic information, which actually it is, that you need to allow it to imbue your auric field. Because once you learn about the remedy, once you would have read about it in Materia Medica or in your books about the mental, emotional, and the physicals, you allow that information to imbue, to take part and be part from their moment, from there on, from your auric field. So at a future date, when you sit with a case, your so-called intuition will be kicked in, will be, kicking in. And because that information of the relevant remedy or remedies has been allowed in your auric field, it will jump in through your instincts. And all of a sudden you find yourself leaning towards a certain remedy more than the others. And that, I think, will be a beautiful result of you accepting that information from Materia Medica, from all your recordings, from all your teaching sources, learning sources of Materia Medica, of the actual images. So, we often say, what if we are the homeopathic remedies? I really truly believe that we are. But to bring that forth to a more aware, a more conscious level, I would dare to suggest that when we read Materia Medica, read it as if what you're doing at that time, you allow your auric field, your energy, your body, who you are, to be layered, imbued with that information. And the more remedies we learn, the more remedies we read about it, the more the wealthier our auric field becomes with that knowledge. And you don't have to jump into it and know and remember it. But I think it stands a great chance for us to remember or lean into the relevant remedy at the right time if we learn it or read about it from a more relaxed perspective instead of, oh gosh, what if I don't remember? Because you'll find that none of our conversations will ever be like, let's see how kick-ass your memory is. No. Even the greatest homeopaths of their long-standing homeopaths will still have issues remembering certain remedies. And secondly, the best way for you guys to remember a certain remedy pattern, remedy image, is through the experience itself, having to prescribe it yourselves and seeing that action in your own patients. What we theorize about, what you guys watch as part of our videos on the platform, what we talk about theoretically, may or may not stay with you. But as soon as you step into that practitioner mindset and you actually start taking cases and prescribing remedies, and then you have your follow-up, second, third, fourth, and so forth, and you see the beautiful story that unfolds before your eyes through the patients you're seeing, this is the greatest opportunity for you guys to truly understand the homeopathic remedies and to truly view them for their uniqueness. So that's what I wanted to address with all my love. Please just understand that no one will ask you ever to just jump with all that knowledge, beautiful knowledge, say, oh, I know it's colophyllum, oh, I know it's podophyllum, oh, what's the difference? Oh, you know, even if you don't know the answer in the moment, it doesn't make you less of a homeopath. Please just come from a trusting, loving place. No one is judging you. No one will ever say or think less of you just because you can't jump and regurgitate the information. You might see people out there doing that well, good for them, but I think it's down to their clinical experience, not to exceptionally well-endowed memory skills. There are very few people that, yes, you can demonstrate that kind of skill, but mostly it'll be through the clinical understanding and experience, what we understand and what we see in Materia Medica, homeopathy-wise. So I truly, truly hope that this message helps everyone that needs to hear it today. And yeah, if any other questions pop in, just please don't hesitate, because I think this is a crucial period for you guys to be fully supported, and whatever it needs supporting it just before you step into that full power of receiving cases. Yeah, it's longer than I expected, the message, but hey ho, I'm going to download it through a YouTube link for you guys to access it and give it your best shot. And you're fully supported. Yeah, all my love to you.